Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you our September 2017 general reading. I know I have a strange spike of light coming through what appears to be my head. Thank you very much for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers. Thank you for all your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your continued support, feedback, and comments. Always welcome, very much appreciated. Thank you for those. As you can tell, I am from my background, I'm still in Poland, still in Eastern Europe, although I will be returning back to my more or less home base of California in a week. So thank you for having continued to follow me. As those of you who follow me regularly know, I do travel quite a bit. But thanks to the internet, I continue to work the same everywhere I go, both with my general readings and one-on-one readings as well. So thank you to those of you who continue to keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings, and to my regular clients as well. And if any of you out there are interested in a personal reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage, even though I notice YouTube has changed their format yet again. You can go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the About or Description button or word, which should give you some more information, and also has my email address, which is Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. Current turnaround time for personal readings live or recorded is usually pretty quick. I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So within a 1 to 2 week period, almost always within a 2 week period of time, we can schedule a reading for you live or recorded. I do a wide variety of readings: love and romance, compatibility charting, career, work, and finance readings. I also do career overviews of 6 months or a year. I do life overviews and outlooks of 6 months or a year. I do channel messages from passed on loved ones, gift readings, and I also do package deals. I offer package deals. I have some clients that like to get regular readings at the beginning of every month or every other week, and I usually offer package deals of them in 3 months or more. So if you're interested in any of those, just send me an email. We'll go from there. Current turnaround time. Well, we already discussed current turnaround time. General readings. Now, there's a lot of you watching, so we always advise that you check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. It's not essential. I get clients that ask, do I have to know? Because you have to know your exact birth time, and some places, some countries, at some times, they just didn't have that. So if you know your rising and your moon sign, watch those videos as well, but it's not essential. It's just helpful because sometimes they may play out a little more predictively for you over the time frame that the reading covers. And just watching all three can give you additional insight and clarification, but it's not absolutely essential. You can just watch your sun sign video for yourself or whoever you may be watching for. These are general readings. There's many of you watching, so of course they're not going to mean the same in the same area of your life to the same degree and intensity. So try to watch all three if you can, if you know them and if you can. So moving right along, enough of all the talk, which you're probably tired of. This reading is for the fire sign of Aries, our ram, the babies of the zodiac, the restless ones, the adventure seekers. Aries, the fire sign of Aries for September 2017, mid-month. Let us see what the last 2 weeks of Aries have in store. The last 2 weeks of September have in store for our Aries. I don't know why all of a sudden I got so scattered with your reading, Aries. Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. Definitely not scattered energy there. We have the Three of Swords in reverse with the Empress in the upright. And from the bottom of the deck for overall energy and guidance, we have the Hierophant. It's interesting, Aries, because for some of you, I feel like this is definitively happening. For some of you, I feel like it's still just potential, interestingly enough. And meaning that you're still in a contemplation consideration phase. If I remember correctly, your overall September, beginning of the month, looking out over the whole month, September general was considering and trying to make up your mind about some significant changes in your life, potentially moving and relocating, which may or may not affect a primary relationship, but that there was consideration, contemplation, energy, and that decision was going to make a huge difference in how, for a lot of you, the latter part of your life was lived, or perhaps where it was lived, which is interesting. It looks like some of that energy is still going on for some of you. We have your let me start with your crowning card, which I've done a lot of for the mid-month readings. Your crowning card from the bottom of the deck, representing overall energy and guidance, is the Hierophant, Major Arcana card. This is a card which represents tradition, convention, walking the prescribed path, doing the same thing everybody else is doing, large organizations, institutions, religions, established religions. Uh, there is sometimes a certain sacrifice of individuality or self-expression with the Hierophant, but the payoff is getting to belong to a group, being kind of under that umbrella. Neither good nor bad nor judgment here. It can represent taking things to a deeper, more committed level in relationships. It could represent engagement, moving in together, marriage. And in job or work career, it could represent, signing a contract, getting a promotion, more responsibilities. Conventional tradition, deeper, more roots, grounded sense of that. That's the energy over the last half of September 2017. And I feel like for you, this is energy that you're contemplating. It may not necessarily be energy that you're living out day to day, but it's energy that's kind of over you. I feel like it's more in a mental, emotional way. Like this is something, whatever's connected to that energy is what you're still contemplating and turning over. And again, it has to do with a major decision about your life, perhaps where you're living, a relationship as well. We have around the middle of the month, third week or so, time being somewhat fluid, as I always say, we have the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. Tends to represent the end of cycle, culmination, fulfillment energy, something cycling down, coming to the completion stage. It could be a complete ending, the next step of something about to begin, or a new beginning about to begin, but it represents something completing, something coming to a circle. Pentacles is earth energy. It's that tangible area of our life, often manifesting in money, finances, property, resources, assets, etc., or in relationships or spirituality. In relationships, this is, again, like energy of the Hierophant, commitment, roots. This is about the long, slow accumulation of something, whether it's money and finance, it could be family home, family money, family business, family estate. In relationships, this is a long-term relationship or a long-term marriage. This is something with weight and history that takes time to build up and accumulate. There's no substitute, no shortcut for it. In job and career, it can represent a long-term job, having worked at one place for a long time. Retirement, again, this is something with a lot of weight and history behind it, regardless of the area of your life it manifests in. The energy will fundamentally, as I always say, remains the same. There's this energy over the last couple of weeks of September, but I think it's really overall September, and I think it's going to continue to play out a bit in October as well. I think for a lot of you, it may be in an action-oriented process where this energy is present, but I think for a lot of you, it's still kind of has to do with something you're considering about significant decisions, major decisions about your future. And again, I'm still getting that feeling, which I think I got for you at the beginning of the month, that for a certain portion of you which are older, this is about what you're going to do with the last part of your life, where you're going to spend it, perhaps even who you're going to spend it with, and perhaps shifting your ideas about home, family, roots, relationships, maybe considering something deeper and longer lasting or more involved than you may have before. That feels very specifically oriented towards someone. Evidently, you needed to hear it because that's what came out. It's paired with the Ace of Pentacles, which is about new beginnings. But tangible new beginnings. Aces are the ones, the seeds, the potential, the start of something new. If they're taken care of, they can grow and manifest to their full potential. Often shows up from moving or relocating, buying a new home, leaving. Sometimes a sum of money coming in to enable us to have a new start. It's new beginnings, but it's pentacles. It's the Ace of Pentacles, so it's tangible new beginnings. We start something new. Some of you, this is going to be back and forth energy. Do I go off and start something new? Perhaps this is investing in a new way of life, perhaps investing in something long term, whether that's financial, monetarily, a living place, a relationship. Maybe it's an outlook, a new beginning, a different way of looking at it as well, or start having a new beginning, contemplating putting down roots. I'm getting kind of like maybe once and for all, or putting down roots, shifting your perspective of what that actually means in whatever area of your life it's manifesting in. Very internal energy, mental energy too. But it's all about considering long-term things, things with history, and maybe, particularly as an Aries, maybe these are things you didn't put much weight in or didn't believe in, or maybe you've had some negative experiences which caused you to become cynical or jaded about it, and you're shifting that. That's shifting. At or towards the end of the month, we have the Three of Swords in reverse, which could explain that energy as well, along with the Empress. In the upright position, Swords is air energy. Thoughts, belief systems, outlooks, how we think about things, how it affects how we communicate. Again, internal stuff. The upright position, this card can indicate heartbreak, heartache, deep disappointment, emotional pain. And the reverse can represent a lessening of that, an avoiding of that, or a healing of that, which I feel it is for more of you. It's paired with the Empress, which is also next to the Ace of Pentacles. And the Empress is also a card of new beginnings. It represents that the time is right to plant seeds. It's not a card of completion. The Empress is all about the beginnings, fertility, pregnancy. It could be literal pregnancy for some of you as well. It's a card about the time being right to plant seeds to begin to manifest and birth and grow something new. It's usually the green light for new projects, new relationships, new starts, new beginnings of things, just the seeds being planted, which could potentially have a very healing effect on you, on your heart. Again, I feel like for you, what you're considering, the healing, perhaps an emotional balance being restored, something causing you to regain a sense of hope and healing, and a belief that things can last. Some of you just may be having a very concrete ending. This could be retirement energy as well, selling a family home or business, retiring from something, having a new start, maybe moving, relocating, starting new beginnings. They're very healing, moving away from emotional pain. But overall, that overall energy, the Hierophant, convention, tradition, things that last, things that are grounded, I think that energy is going to remain with you over the next couple of weeks for the remainder of September. And I feel like this is something which is going to continue to play out a little bit in October. It'll be interesting to see what the feedback is, how this resonates for you, Aries. I do feel like it's a lot of it is relationship, but it's also your perspectives on things that last as well. Anyway, that pretty much sums up your September 2017 mid-month readings, Aries. I hope that you have enjoyed it, that at least it hasn't confused you too much. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, just go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the About or Description button or word, which will give you a little more information, and my email address, which is maggie, the number 1, mcguire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the October general monthly readings. And until then, Aries, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.